Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best game finds that I've had ever. So I haven't really done a lot of game hunting for a little over a year now. I haven't really gone anywhere, flea markets or anything like that to go game hunting just because I haven't had the time and I haven't been able to. So I'm very excited to do this video because it's kind of reflecting on the past, kind of reflecting on stuff I found in the past. In fact, I deleted some videos that I had, but I put most of them on private, so I probably have some footage of when I originally found some of these items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about these stories of what things I found in the past and the stories behind them. And if I have the footage, I can show you my initial reactions and all that good stuff. So my first story, I don't remember exactly how long ago it was. It was 2 years ago, maybe a little more than 2 years ago. It was late at night. Well, not late at night, but in the evening, 6, 7 o'clock. And I was just chilling in my room. I was kind of tired from the day. I think it was a weekday, so I got home from school or whatever. And my dad came into my room. He's like, Zach, will you go and pick up some milk from the store? And I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And I was like, walking down the street, since I lived in New York City, they leave the trash on the curb for the trucks to come pick up, whatever. And I stumbled across a trash bag, funnily enough. I looked down, and I could have sworn I saw a Super Mario Sunshine case. And I was like, oh, this is weird. So I get down on my knees in the middle of a city block and look through and look. And I'm like, oh my god, that is a Super Mario Sunshine case. And I open it, the game is in there. And I was like, holy shit, someone just threw out Super Mario Sunshine? I looked at the disc, it was perfectly fine. So I was like, holy shit. And lo and behold, the bag was filled with video games. I mean, granted, they weren't all great video games. I'll say that right off the bat, but they were definitely some good ones. There was Super Mario Sunshine, complete in box, good shape. Animal Crossing, complete in box, good shape. No memory card, though. There's no memory card. Super Smash Bros. Melee, complete in box, good shape. It was like I had 2 copies of Melee at the time, and that was the best condition copy I had. There was a complete in box Nintendo DS Lite. Um, there was just a lot in there that was really good. It's an Animal Crossing game for the DS. It wasn't like a whole lot of games, but there were some quality titles in there, and there were some other kids titles. There's like Mary Kate and Ashley, Sweet 16. There was like Disney Party. There's a Puyo Puyo game, I think it was called, for the GameCube. I found that in there. So yeah, it was mostly GameCube games. There were a couple DS things. But yeah, that was just on the side of the road in a trash bag, and I was like, God, that's never happened to me before. I was so excited. I, of course, checked the bag to make sure, it was all video games in there and all that stuff. I took it home. I just took it right home and unboxed everything, made sure everything was clean, and it was all good. Everything's been good ever since. That was probably one of my favorite finds, mostly because of how unusual it was. It was just something that didn't happen every day. I remember I uploaded that night, I think. I was like, God, I just found this in a trash bag. It's one of my favorite stories to tell because it's just so interesting. I've never seen anything like it before. So, these next few stories are kind of all related in the fact that they're all from the same flea market. Not at the same time, but the same flea market. This flea market, I'm going to the city. Well, when this recording is out, I would have already gone. But I'm going this weekend, and I'm going to go hit up that flea market, see if I can find anything. I haven't been there in a year or more now, so I'm going to go see if there's anything there for me. And this particular flea market was really good for me. I got some really good finds there. I remember once, I'm going to put up pictures on the side. Actually, no, here. I like it on the right side better. I found a SpongeBob GameCube controller. I think it was like $2. I found immediately when I saw this, me and my friend played fair. How we did it is rather than game chasers, they're fighting over it. When we see something, we call it, and when we call it, you can't argue with it. So I called this one, and I'm very thankful I did. The guy was originally asking $5 for it. I got him down to 4. I know, not that much of a difference, but I got a SpongeBob SquarePants GameCube controller. Now, this isn't exactly the cheapest controller in the world. This It's a good $30 to $40 controller. I'd have to say 30 to 45, somewhere around there. I wanted to check eBay to make sure because my game value chart isn't exactly the most accurate. And I only found one listed, so that didn't really help me much. So my approximacy is about $30 to $45 for the controller. And this is actually a pretty nice controller. And the thing that makes this controller, like, even more valuable, I'd say, is the nose is still attached. It's kind of rare, because usually, it's SpongeBob, kids own it. Usually kids break off the nose, whether it be on purpose or accident, I'm not sure. But, very glad to get that with the nose still attached. I found Robo Aleste for the Sega CD for, I think $3. They were originally asking $8, I believe, but I got it for $8 for either 2 or 3. I think it was 3. But nevertheless, I was like, that's amazing. Yeah, it was 3. Because I remember that story, actually, quite vividly. I was at the flea market, and they had Robo Aleste there for $8. And I passed on it initially. And I went to go get a bite to eat for lunch, and I was texting Jared, Scorpion's Lair 66. I remember this. And I told him, I was like, there were a couple Sega CD games, I don't know anything about them. And at the time, he was collecting Sega CD, I believe. So he was like, what games did you see? I think I listed off a couple. I was like, I can think a Spider-Man game, whatever. And then I said Robo Aleste. And he said, Zach, Robo Aleste is pretty valuable. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, so go back and get it. And I was like, all right, I'll pay the $8. And I went back, and it was a different person. Like, it was like the man's wife or something. And so I asked her, maybe she'd give me a different price. And she did. She said $3. So I took it for $3. I think I traded it off eventually, but, it was a great find. I'm probably going to trade this off. I asked someone if they want it. I'm waiting for the response. It's a $40 to $50 game for a system I do not own. I picked it up for $3. There's a funny story with this one. I saw it there, just sitting there, and I picked it up, and I was like, "How much do you want for it?" And they said, $10. So I was like, "All right, forget it." So then I went to get pizza, and I texted Jared, and I'm like, since this is kind of your system of expertise, what should I do? And he said I should pick it up. He said he wasn't sure, but he thinks I should pick it up. And then I went back and I asked how much, hoping they would lower the price. She said $3. So there's a no-brainer that I was gonna pick up for the Sega CD of all systems, Robo Aleste. It's a $40 game, I believe, $40 to $50 game, somewhere around there. Keynote. This case is kind of broken. The styrofoam just fell out. Obviously, it comes with the styrofoam and both parts of the case. The disc's in beautiful shape. I checked the disc. The case, besides the fact that it's broken, it's actually in pretty good shape. Like you can see. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to... There we go. The case is in pretty nice shape. I mean, it's kind of cracked up here. Broken there. But other than that, the case is nice. Just a little... I think there's like a scratch. Yeah, there's a few scratches on the back, but no cracks. But also at that same flea market, I found multiple of the purple GameCube controllers with the clear backs. I found multiple of those. I found... Oh, yeah! Yes! I forgot. This one find. It was so good. I don't know if I have footage of it. I think I accidentally deleted that one. But it was a video where I went to the flea market. I actually got footage of the sale going on, and then I deleted it like an idiot, unless I could find it. But I went up to the guy. I had a bunch of stuff in my hand. I had a bunch of GameCube games. No, a bunch of N64 games. Smash Brothers. The label's faded, but I didn't care. Mario Party 3, which I traded to 64-bit for life. I remember that. Mario Party 3, Smash Brothers, Star Fox, Super Mario 64, and I believe Mario Kart 64. I think those were the 5 N64 games. I got a case and manual for Smash Bros. Melee that he threw in for free. I got a Nintendo Power that came with a few Pokemon cards that were hidden inside it, which is kind of funny. I swear there was something else. I don't know, but there was a bunch of stuff. I was digging through this giant container. There was a Super Nintendo. There was an N64. There were a bunch of controllers. Those N64 games, that GameCube case. And I brought it all up to him, and I asked him how much he wanted for it. He said $20. So I thought about it for a second, and I'm like, 20. Obviously, 20 isn't bad for all that stuff, but that's all I had. So I was like, "Do you think you could do 15?" And he said, "That's what I said, what didn't I?" So, and I got that all on footage. I just wish I had it. If I do, then I'll throw it in. But yeah, that was funny. He was like, "Oh, didn't I say 15?" Well, I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna say any differently. Here you go, take your 15. I'll just go on my way." But yeah, I remember that. That was a very good sale. And 64-bit for life got a Mario Party 3 out of it. So hey, there you go. So this was actually the same vendor as the last story I had. I went and I got GoldenEye Rogue Agent, which is an Xbox game, cheap Xbox game, whatever. And then I looked around and I saw right next to it a Nintendo 3DS, red one, I believe, a red 3DS, and it had Mario Kart 7 inside. So it was a loose card Mario Kart 7 inside the 3DS. There was no charger with it. But I brought it all up, and I was like, "How much for it?" He said $10 for everything. And I was like, "Sold. There you go. Take your $10. See ya." So that was a really good find. I like that. That was a good find. God, I remember one vendor. This was okay. Now I'm going to go to a different flea market. This find, this was a while ago. I might still have this somewhere. So hey, you'll probably see the clip of me showing the games off. I believe it was $10. I got two GameCube games, which $5 each isn't usually a great deal, but it was Kirby Air Ride and Wind Waker, I believe. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And I was ecstatic when I saw those both, because I had neither of them at the time. Well, I don't have Wind Waker. No, I have Wind Waker. I don't have Air Ride anymore. That I traded to Scorpion Slayer, I believe. Or sold to him. I don't know. But, yeah, those two I got for $10. I thought that was a pretty good deal. For $6, I picked up Donkey Kong Country and Strike Gunner. This is really dirty, but I will clean it up. It should clean up quite fine. Alright, two of the bigger lots here. Well, not lots, but I'm going to start with the smaller one because the next one's quite big. For $10, I picked up Kirby's Air Ride. Not complete, but also Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. So now I have three cases, at least 3 cases of manuals for this. I have 2 copies of the game, and then 3 copies with, just the case of manual. So I've never thought I would hold 3 copies, or at least 3 things, of Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker in my hands. And this next one was quite a good deal at the time. Actually, it's still a good deal because of the one game. I was at a different flea market, and this lady sells games religiously. And they're not individually priced; they're all flat priced. All GameCube games are $5. All NES games are $5. SNES games are $5. 64 games are $5. But 360, PS3, those are $10. I think Wii is $5. But anyways, so there were 3 games there that immediately caught my eye, and I knew that unless she was individually pricing them, I'd get a good deal on this because it's a flea market. The 3 games were Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Tales of Symphonia, which it was in really bad shape, but I traded it in and got a better condition copy out of it, funny enough, and Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. And I was like, alright, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is a pretty valuable game. Still is. It's one of the most expensive GameCube games, if I'm not mistaken. So, I was like, how much is he going to ask? Well, she ended up asking for 15 smackaroons. And I was like, take it. I'll take my $15. I will accept that. That's another flea market I haven't been to in a little while. Actually, like I said, I haven't really been to any flea markets in a little while. So I'll be very anxious to get back to that one, because that one where I got those 3 is going to be kind of like my new local flea market. So hopefully I can continue to find good finds there. Hopefully. Alright, I think that's it. That's all I can really remember off the top of my head. And if it's all I can remember, then that's gotta really be the main gist of the best deals game finds I've ever had. Let me know what you guys' best game finds are. Let me know in the comments below, because I know the majority of you guys that watch my channel are game collectors or collectors of some kind. So, I mean, no matter what you collect, let me know what your best deal was. Like, whether, like, if you're into music, let me know the best deal you got with the record or something. Or whatever the case is. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This has been a fun video to make. And, yeah. So, until next time, guys. See you in the next video.